In July 2023, James was honored to be asked by his very dear friend, Natel Taylor, to help get his 1916 Wallace and Stevens expansion engine Faith through its annual boiler inspection. The preparation to get the engine ready for its cold inspection is a very dirty job. The ash pan and fire bars have to be removed, and the firebox and smoke box swept out. Remove all the soot and ash. As you can see, when cleaning out the firebox, the person inside slowly changes color, doing an impression of Al Jolson. The water also has to be removed and the boiler and water space around the firebox washed out. Andrew Reen, Natel's boiler inspector, carried out his inspection, checking the firebox and tube plate thickness, and visually inspecting the inside of the boiler and fire tubes, checking for wastage and cracking. With no issues being found, Natel and James then had to put the fire bars and ash pan back on, refit the mud, hand hole, and manhole doors, and fill the boiler up with water. A couple of weeks later, Andrew came back to carry out the hot steam test, to make sure the safety valves blow off and hold the pressure at 100 pounds per square inch, that both the water pump and steam injector can supply the boiler with feed water, and that things such as the water gauge and its isolating and drain cocks, and the pressure gauge all work correctly. After Andrew was finished, Natel asked James to help him adjust the main bearing on the gear selector side to take out some slack and stop a knock. That was carried out, and the engine ran up to governor speed for 20 minutes or so to make sure the bearing did not overheat. Natel's next rally after this work was the Grand Hengham Steam Rally in mid-September, a show he has attended since its start in the mid-1970s. As well as his traction engine, Natel has a collection of vintage tractors and steam engine-related items such as a Baker water cart and Maynard chaff cutter. His tractors are housed in his workshop museum, which is very interesting, and as well as artifacts, has pictures and photos of his engine over the last 60 years.
Jesus found me, found the sheep that
Natel celebrated his 90th birthday in October, and a couple of weeks later, Faith celebrated her 107th. James went over at the end of November to help Natel put Faith to bed for her winter hibernation.